the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Abusuya, mame famo enkopiemu ewo mrashibedwem na Parliament Appointment Committee no atenase as usual ene ana ebebeto odwa se Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffoe-Bonnie ba kopiemu mrashibedwem na Parliament Appointment Committee no atoto na no to na no wie na ofrimu fia Afenyo abe the new Chief Justice of Ghana. Na ene committee no etna se ana first deputy speaker honorable Bernard Ehiafo as chairman of the committee Nsem etu just said wa bie kwan wa wo asembisa bia bisa na yentoto Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffoe-Bonnie na no na yewia na osefata se obe new Chief Justice wa baba enti wa bie kwan na honorable Alexander Kwamna Afenyo Markin Ay3de say or asemka and the honorable Alexander Kwamna Afenyo Markins amfa Chief Justice nominee Paul Baffoe-Bonnie ehon anche no and what the Nsem etu dwaye pa ekanya amebi fa yemame former Chief Justice Nsem-Torkonoo Nsem nyina akuba kwan a excellent John Dramani Mahama any NDC amonyekwe fa so esake no de keka ho ana majority leader honorable Mahama Ay3de say Nsem a say minority leader honorable Osane Afenyo Markins editu dano na na vetting no Nsem also ditu nyano no oditu dano o say o chiana no enti so o chiana no dia ene onsamla na omeka ne ewum na ho ene honorable Alexander Kwamna Afenyo Markins ekuko pai ebufuye pa na mesebe kwa busu meka ni nyina o de yende bre ni enkote report any honorable Alexander Kwamna Afenyo Markins Nsem a oditu da in fact ni buafu ye pa o appointment committee no ana vetting no ase
wo mamu brashebedwafie maku ho no panyina wona da wo mo ano comfort doyo in atres wo de Nsem etu dwa na yakwan ye se nturo ni a wode na ne adi Nsem na chi wo mamu brashebedwafie ho no wo bata na ne Nsem ne koso wo bo no boa no de aba ne enso bom ama mansa nyina da atibia sanse kwande mbra Moses akwa babiu na ye hwe se adwumadie no ahya ase na sen na eko
mini ameda se nakase dwumadie no ankasa de ade a ahya ase opani Baffoe-Bonnie waba betena se na wotena se no when say the appointment committee opani a ono na woti adwamu Bernard Ehiafo papa yi ebetena se na woche se so say they will be a coin say papa no betimi ato na no na Nsem a committee for no ewo no wo de ato nanim na no na yewura Alexander Afenyo Markin kire se o wasem bi eka anu nti opani chairman ema ne kwan na won kasa na ndie me no kasa die mazda book mumu na papa yi ekoka brofo a brofo chechireche na ode beto ho na ode to wo wie no na wo ka to so se sabi opani John Dramani Mahama boni din se yantutu na no na so free mu fia na ya boni din se Chief Justice Emma Oman Ghana no o trese opani no etamia ye se mansotwi eda ne tiri so dispute eda ne tiri so o sia so wakasa ano na yewura Mahama Ay3de no na woye the leader of government business ono koria no na woye majority leader no trese o wasam kan na asemu opani no ekaye no enya ade fa ne kwan so esa ne se opani no mansotwi da ne tiri so se na ne tiri so opani chame hene a ono na wo mrasebedwafia yewura abankens for samana bagben e de atudwa na ono Alexander Afenyo Markin kroyia no e de Nsem ebaye no wabo Nsem no oto ogu eba ne sen na wo san kwanichi ekofa Nsem no enu nti enya ade a ekwan a opani no enam so no eye kwan papa enu nti wo sre yewura Bernard Ehiafo se won fre na yewura Alexander Afenyo Markin so wa mane a onsambra nichi na wonnan kwantempon so na sedia yimedie na wose ekono eko enu na yewura Alexander Afenyo Markin so antiafie na wo hwe mran mu a so obi kasa na wo se wo bibika na ye fro se kasa wia oni no a na wo kasa kane no ye sande akasa mu no ma no enu nti ye sande akasa mu no e de ama yewura Alexander Afenyo Markin se won to anensam so na enu no kire se nia yewura Mahama Ay3de kan so ono nso atia It's an essential debate in the area where Hanamum a vetting and the area. It's in a case of Penino one with the Onsa, Kasaye. Namo a Nienfua, which in a more the majority leader and a minority leader, and I'm no Kasai. Said the Bakasa Obano on fire free, now so a May Freemunum Ebano, a D3. The no Kasai, Alexander Afenyo in our Sanji at the Semunua. Yes, your coin said ya Enipaba and Kofu, when if prison service, Mrs. Baffoe-Bonnie, Nankasa Timo, Afe, Justice Ahodo, Mahu Justice, Yone Kolendi, Mahu Professor, Majay, Omunina, Justice for Hudo Bebre and Namba. I am so at the Omo, a rumor, Nina, the Yamuchin Comono, one say, Bow Bayanum, or Bassa Bois, not a blooming cabinet, Nia Concrea, what was support Edema, Air Justice, poor Baffoe-Bonnie.
Bramo say, we have found the hour never any Nsem-Pii, and Wahina Posaka Kabusinia Malila, Moses, high as a concron, and at the Akos were Memu Brashabe, and then at Chokoma, what they want some Atuja.
Part of the submission that we have started raising. What is your response to it?
Has to do with debate on the floor of the House. There are dark clouds indeed in this country where freedom of speech by mere operation of a supermajority, you cannot even as a member of parliament make your comment. I am not moving a motion. I am not debating. Please, Chairman, the rule he relied upon. Is it this situation where people move from here and there to create confusion and create their own jurisprudence must come to an end with respect. Interruption of debate. That is, if you go to page 70 or the 122, the title there, the subtitle, interruption of debate. Debate may be interrupted by a point of order. And then he says that I am debating. Who is debating here? Mr. Chairman, if the majority leader has anything to say in opposition to my opening remarks, he has a right bona fide as a leader of government business and as a leader of the House to also state his submission. I have seen him with his written submission, be it for his opening remarks or see that to you as a chair of the committee to read it for answered. But this process where, as it were, try to use it to deny you, don't say this. So every line that I read, he will censor it and say, you use this word. Mr. Chairman, we are not going to make any progress with that. Again, the 1, 2, 3 that he relies upon. He says that the conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members and Justice of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except upon a substantive motion. With the greatest respect. Have I raised any issue that is situated within the context of 123.7 to warrant this so-called objection? Chairman,
Honorable members, can we have some order?
Chairman,
Honorable members, can we have some order and listen to the minority leader in silence?
Chairman, we are here to discharge a civic duty and responsibility. We are political actors who have our political views on matters of national interest. The matters giving rise to the nomination is purely political, and every Ghanaian adult knows this. Your side raised it as a political issue during the campaign. You are going to remove Justice Torkonoo as Chief Justice, and that has happened. If in my statement, I contextualize to say that disputed nominee, it is our view we hold as a minority caucus. Right? Express it. We have to express it. And that is why I added by saying that this should be a moment of national pride and institutional renewal. Instead, it has become a test of whether Ghana's judiciary will remain independent or fall under executive and political control. Can't I have these bona fides also that have to be obstructed by the majority leader when you have every unfettered right to raise your issues? Chairman, humbly, please control proceedings. Please take charge. Let our respected leader of government business understand that after speaking, after making my comment known on behalf of the minority, he can seek your leave to also make his opening remarks. By the way, by way of conclusion, this is not the first time a leader in the minority is having this opportunity to make opening remarks. It predates me. From J.H. Mensah's era, he and J.H. Owusu Achampong, all the way to Alban Bagbin, MP for now, Dole Kalio, and minority leader as he then was. The videos are there. Hansard is there. Honorable Bagbin had unfettered opportunity to make his political statement on behalf of the minority, and they were not stopped on point of order. It got to Chairman Sabonsu, it got to Harun Edrusu, and recently, my own respected colleague, Dr. Kasiel Atufosen. The records are there. Let's not create a certain impression as if all it is you are majority, so we cannot even say a word. We must have our rights. These are far right. We will state them, and you would also have the opportunity to state them for the record. Please, let us have some more.
Honorable Minority Leader, your point is made. Yes, you have listened to the response.
Right, Honorable
members. It's not every issue that will necessarily call for the chair making a ruling. But honorable members are indicated as a preliminary issue that let us all operate within the rules. Honorable members, may I add that we need to also observe the principle of brevity. Yes, what do you have to say?
Chairman, if you read rule 1233, where in the opinion of the speaker, the words of a member used in a speech, and it doesn't matter whether the speech is at plenary or at committee, a speech is a speech in Parliament. So where in the opinion of the speaker, the words of a member used in a speech are offensive, abusive, insulting, blasphemous, or unbecoming, impute improper motives, or impugns the integrity of a member or any other person, the speaker may order that the member withdraws those words or withdraw and apologize. Mr. Speaker, when we came into this chamber, this committee meeting room, and you started, you referred to the nominee as Chief Justice. When you refer to the nominee as Chief Justice, the minority objected to the reference to the nominee as Chief Justice and said that he is not a Chief Justice, he is a nominee to the post of Chief Justice, and so you must refer to him appropriately. Or acting Chief Justice, because he's also an acting Chief Justice. And an acting Chief Justice is a Chief Justice. Now, he has referred to the nominee as a disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. You are in court what? Are you in court litigating his nomination? No. Are you in court disputing his nomination? You are not in court challenging his nomination. So to the extent that you are not in court challenging his nomination, there is no dispute about his nomination. If there is a dispute about some other action. So you have no right to look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, pursuant to our own rules, he has to withdraw and apologize to him for referring to him as a disputed nominee when he is not a disputed nominee.
Chairman, let me.
Honourable members.
Chairman, he has had two opportunities to make a point. Let me respond to
Honourable members, Honourable Minority Leader, listen to what I will have to say.
Okay.
Please proceed and raise your issue. Avoid the use of disputed Chief Justice. Once I do not have a right to refer to him as a Chief Justice, but Chief Justice nominee, let us all observe that rule and refer to him as such.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The minority in Parliament objects to and unequivocally condemns the coordinated campaign to subjudicate Ghana's judiciary to political domination. Chairman, the facts speak for themselves.
I object again. I object again.
On the 22nd
I object again.
April,
I object again, Chairman.
On 22nd of April,
I object again.
2025.
Chairman, I object again. I object.
Hold on. Honourable members, I think at this particular point, I must place on record that I have admonished that we should all operate within the ambit of the law. Honourable Minority Leader, be guided by Order 103D, and then let's make progress. And Order 103D, if I may read, to serve as a guide to all of us. It states that a motion shall relate to a definite issue and not revive the consideration of a matter which had been considered in the same meeting unless new matters have arisen. Honourable members, by necessary implication, whether a motion or not, the principles of res judicata will not permit us that a matter that has been raised on the floor resolve to its finality would be permitted to be raised at a committee meeting. So, Honourable Minority Leader, refrain from anything that is relating to sub judice rules and let's make progress, with all due respect. Because Speaker has dealt with this matter, I have also personally dealt partly with this particular matter, with all due respect.
Chairman, the facts speak for themselves. On April 22nd, 2025, Chief Justice Gertrude Basabasa-Torkonoo was suspended as a result of a prima facie determination by the Council of State as contained in the public announcement made by the executive. We, the minority, hold the view that the subsequent committee that was set up under the chairmanship of His Lordship Gabriel Scott Puama to trial the Chief Justice amounted to a travesty of justice.
Chairman.
The removal
Our rules are
was
clearly offended.
in the
Our
language
rules are
of
clearly
judicial
offended.
accountability.
Because the rules I just read clearly offend that.
But
The rules clearly are offended. Chairman, the rules say that the conduct of the speaker, the Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee.